Hi everyone. Um, I want to talk something to motivate someone somewhere there. I have been sick, coughing, really tough, headache. You see, even right now, I have to have this cough because of the pain of my chest. And I was supposed to go to work, I could not work. And the way I'm not indoor person. I love to be in a social environment and I love my job. But something came inside my heart which I would like to share with you about sicknesses. When I was young, I remember we were not going to the hospital or taking medication. My first medication I took when I left my parents, when I was giving birth to my son, almost died. And then I was taken to the doctor, to the hospital, that's where I gave birth to my firstborn, because I was so afraid. So I was trying to give birth at home alone, and I didn't have a husband. With the neighbors, they were trying. And then I got exhausted. I could not push anymore. And took us almost half an hour to drive me to the hospital. Anyway, that is a story for another day. Why it was like that for me, not able to trust the doctors, is because my parents, they lacked balance, what I can say. So they were not bad. They have their own faith of believing only probably according to what saved them. So they believed, and they said that because I remember I was born in the hospital, and the faith which made my mother to become saved, that made her not to go anymore to the hospital. I cannot explain, but she explained to me her experience, because first my sister was born through a cesarean, and God did a miracle in the hospital while she was waiting to give birth for me, together with my father, were waiting in the room. The doctor said to my mother, because you are a cesarean patient, you will wait, and then after lunch, I'm coming to do your operation. And during that time, my mother was so angry with God and asked God, where is it written in the Bible, I'll be giving birth through cesarean? And I think that faith made my mother to change. So God did a miracle. Before the doctor came, I was born. And that made my mother to believe there is a miracles. So she never went to the doctor again. We grew up like that. So now the problem came. It was only once miracle happened to her. But this didn't mean that she should never go to the hospital for other problems. So we lived believing that miracle, or it's including all other miracles. We didn't go to the doctors. So I had this kind of spiritual faith, which was okay. But we had a lot of experience. Many things happened with the sicknesses, which I was asking myself, why we? Because we got a lot of sick. And I remember there was somebody came to our home and told us, you are sick because God wants to teach you a lesson. So now I get again confused. This is how God teach us, with a painful direction. So I was always thinking God of punishment, because sickness is painful. I know how I feel right now. It's painful. So I didn't understand, God is love, God is fair, God is wonderful, but in the same time, we are told that if you read the story of Job, God was punishing Job because of... And then I said, this cannot be God of two faces. Now, I want to tell you this. Knowledge is power. And what I'm thinking about the knowledge is power is because when you know the truth will set you free. the more I am growing in understanding, not only spiritually, but in academically. Because my parents also, they could not able to go to Bible school to know about the Bible, to study the Bible, and also to hear another translation. They just only read the Bible, copy the way Bible says, and it's radical. You need a lot of sacrifice. So we lived the way the Bible says. We didn't have a lot of revelations. We didn't listen other people's what they say about the Bible. So we lived according what the Bible says. Today, I thank God. I am so mindset. I can listen to other people. I go to the hospital when I need a help. I can ask somebody, what does it mean this way? Because maybe my own, it can be also through my feelings. Maybe I am also long. I am so happy because there are a lot of people with a different experience. So my parents, they raise us only them. What they know, that's what we grew up knowing. So it took me years to believe I can take a help, especially in a medical industry. I could help other people. I could tell the people, go to the hospital. I could tell the people, why don't stay here, you'll die. But myself, I could punish myself. Stay sick, stay painful. I hold it. I don't go to the doctor and I feel I'm suffering. It take me, I can even have a high fever, I'm shaking. It will be difficult for me. But I thank God I have people who tell me, Reese, hey, because I'm thankful. Now I am talking. Before I was not able to share. Even when I'm sick, I was keeping quiet. Because this is how my parents, they were never telling anybody. We were used to get sick. And my parents, they were saying, no, this is nothing you cannot share. You have to keep quiet. But today, I thank God that I can say, people can help me with the prayers, people can encourage, because pain, sickness, who want to die with the pain? I don't want my children to go how I went through. That's why I'm so thankful to this God. And I want to encourage you that don't give up. Don't see yourself, your situation. You are only the one there. And fear to share, fear to tell the people, thinking that, what I grew up is more shameful, or nobody will believe me. Let me tell you, your ability can change somebody's life. What God has made you to become, who you are, it can transform somebody. Share. Because everybody has something, can build somebody somewhere. Because like me, I learn all these things. When I watch my children, they have another generation. They are not my generation. And I can't even try to teach my children how I grew up. No. We are now modern world. I want them to go to the doctor. I want them to go even to the mediation. I want them to go to psychologists. I want them to know, to go, ask. I didn't have that. So I am so thankful to God because of studying the Bible. Allowing myself to go back to school has made me to see, wow, what my parents, they told me. Maybe it was only working for them, but for me not. And it will never work for my children. And it can never work to somebody else. Maybe only me. I was special. I was unique to go through that journey through of my parents. And how I cannot use it. I just only take, but I cannot apply everything. And I cannot hate them. I cannot be angry with them because it had made me to be who I am today. So I can only be thankful because I have life. I didn't die. How many people who are dead my age, even although they were using those medication, going to the doctors, taking medication, but they are not alive. But me, I didn't use those process, but I'm alive. God grace is sufficient. Don't give up. I love you. Take good care of yourself. Merry Christmas. I was just feeling I have to share this to you to motivate you. Don't give up. You are there. Don't lose hope. You can. You just need to be connected. Somebody who will be able to help you to become your purpose. Human beings are not your enemy. Your friends are not your enemy. Your parents, your neighbors, nobody's your enemy. Your enemy is the devil who is trying to take away your purpose. and send those people to make you to feel you are not good enough. But what I want to tell you, God has someone to hold your hand, and you're going to fly. You're going to live your purpose because God is able. God bless you. Bye-bye. Don't miss. Joy.